The nets that you see hanging up around our exhibit are actually cargo nets, but we have them specifically made for elephant feeding. So we use a mix of opening sizes so that some they have to work a little harder for and some are a little bit easier for them. And the reason for that is we don't want to just put a big pile of food in front of them and let them spend an hour just shoveling it in. That's not a way an elephant would eat in the wild. It's not a natural behavior for them. So they actually like to work for their food, and you'll see food right on the ground in front of them, but they'll still choose to eat out of the net. In addition to the nets that you see scattered throughout the yard, in our savanna yard, we also have what we call the kopje rock. Kopjes are rocky outcroppings in African savanna, and ours is designed to mimic that, but it also has the added feature of having an elevated feeder inside of it. So the keepers will put hay inside, and elephants will reach up through a crack between two of the rocks and pull out hay or produce or whatever the keepers happen to put in there that day. The elevated feeders are great for building muscle on the elephants. It helps them build up their head and neck and shoulder muscles. They're meant to reach up for their food, and an African elephant can actually reach up for food, put it in their mouth, and reach up for another bite without ever slowing down. They can just put it in and keep their trunk up and keep going because they're designed for reaching up for their food like that. Not only is it good exercise, but it promotes a social cohesion amongst the elephants. When they're eating from a net, they are much more likely to eat cooperatively. Nobody can hog the food. And we do have that occasionally with some of our elephants, that food is a resource for them and they want to protect their resources. So it's natural for there to be some competition around food. But the elevated feeders really promote cooperative feeding behaviors.